I train my students with uncertainty as a forefront thing, not knowing what might happen, not knowing where our opponents are coming from, or perhaps we relate to defending our space, or maybe even recognizing that we might be in a situation. I believe that this is an important aspect of learning how to protect ourselves and learning how to become even more aware of our body, our movements, our subconscious and our minds, just because it allows us to see what the truth is in terms of fighting and violence. More often than not, we really won't know what is about to go down. And more often than not, we have to rely on the skills we've trained. Which is why it's so important for me to train with the context of simplicity, context of directness, being able to just move without having to find convoluted technique and convoluted, complicated, or complex movement within our own thought processes. Adaptability is a huge thing when we talk about learning how to protect our space. It's understanding that that is the basis of being in the moment. It forces us to be in the moment when we are in a very violent or very uncertain moment, uncertain situation. Being able to train in this way, being able to learn from masters that have trained within this type of mindset, and at the same time being able to combine the other skills that I've learned throughout the years, meaning the striking, the kickboxing, the Jeet Kune Do, and understanding different ways of utilizing my body, is such an effective way of forcing our subconscious to be in the moment. Forces us to be able to adapt to different spaces, to adapt to different, to adapt to the threat that is present in that very moment. And because of the Balintawak training that I've had, being in close range makes so much more sense to me. And at the same time, it also respects the way that I was trained. I don't ever want to claim that this is something that I've just developed on my own. It's not. I was taught the methodology and the modality of being able to create pressure and to create chaos within a real-time setting. Also, I also have other mentors that have taught me other things and that have been very effective in the way that I have learned how to protect my space and to fight and to learn how to adapt to different phases of pressure and violence, and how these things become critical aspects and critical components of how I might be able to survive. You know what I'm saying? I hope that people become more aware that this is not just a possibility. To me, it is now a requirement. The world is a mess. The world is going crazy for the most part. So much hypocrisy going on. There's so much noise and bullshit in our face. Being able to discern these things is slowly becoming a part of the things that we all have to do. And I hope that being able to be forced to be in the moment and being forced to confront these challenges, we're able to move through that, and we're able to successfully install a skill set that will help us and everyone else in the long run. All right. Thanks for listening to the Brain Fart today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys soon. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Peace.
Good. No, you're good. You're good. That's the thing, right? So you're reacting in that moment. You tried to react in that way. There was an unforeseen movement. I have to react too. Whoops. I have to move. So we're both doing the same thing. It's just that one's instigating the chaos and the other one's more of the receiver. So with that, it's easier for you to really shut things down in terms of your cognitive function. And it's not a matter of you're not ever going to think again. It's just a matter of, can we access a part of your brain that feels to be either dormant or this one is just hyperactive, right? And we want the other side to help, right? Which, if we get access to our subconscious, I feel like that's a superpower, right? Because we get access to a bigger part of our brain. So cognitive function is very little, apparently. That's why they say it's like that whole 10% thing, because the other large percent is your subconscious, right? Your nervous system. That's what we're trying to achieve now, is to be able to, can I see what my subconscious nervous system does when there is or are movements, chaotic moments, stressful moments, pressure that forces me to switch into just survival mode. But here is, okay, survival mode, can I control survival mode? Can I force myself into a different state of mind? It is an evolution thing, basically, right? And through that, it is not going to be a comfortable, or it's not going to be a process of just like walk in the park kind of thing. We will be going through the things that you've known forever how to do, right? But that's just how my brain works, right? So, but this is just how my brain works. That's true. That's why we're training that out. So the progression still is big because of how we do things. But again, it tapers off, and I have to be able to find and fine tune where certain things kind of go, okay, which one comes first kind of thing for you. Because of the fact that, again, you tend to overanalyze, which a lot of people do, right? A lot of people do. That's not an uncommon thing. That is a fairly common thing. Overanalysis, overthinking, all of these different things. We all do it, but can we? Is it possible? If not possible, is it probable for us to just kind of go, right, just a little bit, and to control or learn to control myself in an adrenalized state or in a pressurized state, right?